How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. So Vic the Trader has returned, and I'm going to be running through the different things you can get in Vic the Trader. Also, a quick side note, I do have the resolution set differently for this video, so let me know if it's a bit easier for you guys to see. I know that my screen resolution is quite large. I have 2K monitors, so when I try to make a video, sometimes it's hard to read the stuff. So if this is much easier to read, then let me know so I can continue using this resolution instead. So we're going to go ahead and jump through Vic the Trader really quickly, and I'm going to show you guys some good things to buy, some good things not to buy, and also, just guide you through. So if you've never done Vic the Trader, we're going to go ahead and start off with trading experience. So you right-click Vic the Trader, and then click on Trade XP. It'll bust open a skill selection sheet here that you can select a skill, hover over it, and it'll tell you how much bonus experience you have in that skill. And then at the bottom, it'll tell you how many credits you can trade that for. We'll show you what the credits are going to be used for here in a moment. But in general, if you have something with a whole lot of bonus experience, you can consider cashing it in for some credits. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of Hunter bonus XP here. That gives me up to 615 credits. It's also good to note that when you actually pick a skill, so if we got Hunter right here, and we click on Next, and we look right here, it shows that the current rate, it actually tells you how much experience you can trade for 1 credit. And it says right there also that you can buy 200 at this price before the price increases. So once you trade in for 200 credits, for an example, it'll tell you how much it'll actually cost. So 332K, and then I'm going to go ahead and cash that in. So for my first cash in right here, 200 credits is going to give me 332,000, reverse of that. 330,000 bonus experience in Hunter is going to give me 200 credits. So if I go ahead and click OK. Now if we go back in here again though, and we look to see how much 200 will cost this time, as you can see, it costs 2 times that amount. So you just want to keep in mind that if you are planning on going and getting some more bonus experience in order to cash in at Vic, then you just want to keep in mind there that it will scale up and become more and more expensive as you trade it in. So it's really not worth going and blowing a bunch of bonds or something like that to get bonus experience and stuff that you've already cashed in with, because it's not going to give you as good of a rate. Also, on a very quick side note, regarding this trading experience, if you're looking for a great way to get some bonus experience to trade this in, try out the Heist minigame. It's a really good way to get some AFK bonus experience. And then you can also go to Barbarian Assault. Barbarian Assault can get you over 1 million experience per hour in bonus XP for fire making and mining, and then get you right around 900,000 per hour in agility. That is with a very good team, and also doing hard mode. Heist minigame is going to give you about 300,000 per hour if you're using if you have level 99 in those stats, roughly right around there. So anyway, that's a good way to get the bonus XP. Let's go ahead and jump into Vic the Trader's shop and find out what is good to buy. So Vic the Trader's shop usually is different every time it comes through. So we're going to go ahead and run really quickly through here. I'm not actually going to tell you about every single thing in here because it's kind of self-explanatory, but I will tell you which things are worth buying, which things are not worth buying, and that way you can make decisions on your own. So let's go ahead and first look at the prismatic stars and prismatic lamps. Personally, I would avoid all of these. I don't really personally feel like any of this is worth buying. And unless you have some kind of like special situation where for you they might be worth buying. Otherwise, I would just ignore them. And the reason why is because the credit cost is way too expensive. As you saw back there, in order for us to get 200 credits, it did cost me 330,000 in Hunters. So if I'm going to spend over that amount to get one huge prismatic lamp, it doesn't really make any sense. Dungeoneering tokens are the next thing looking through here, not really worth buying. Dungeoneering wildcard, also not really worth buying, just because getting tokens is really not that hard, especially when you're higher level. So if you're a lower level player that's like, oh man, I really want some dungeoneering stuff, I really would tell you to resist doing that because it's really not worth doing. Next thing here, actually, like I said, not going to go through everything here, but the one thing I would say is worth buying on the front page is going to be rare item tokens. The advanced pulse cores, they're kind of iffy. If you're a really big fan of those, maybe you can get them. Otherwise, I find them to be way too expensive to buy. But the rare item tokens I do personally like. The reason why is because getting rare item tokens is actually quite difficult if you're not going to be buying a whole bunch of keys. So if you're a person who's really not trying to do pay to win or something like that, or buy a bunch of keys and stuff, then rare item tokens from this shop is actually a pretty good deal, because for every 1 credit, you're going to get 2 of the rare item tokens. It actually stacks up pretty quickly, and that is actually right here is what I would recommend you blow your credits on at the end of the promotion if you have any leftover credits. I usually just go ahead and dump mine into this, and that is how I've unlocked a lot of my rare item stuff. Going into the next page, skill outfits. For the most part, I would actually recommend you avoid buying all of these skill outfits at the top 2 rows. And the reason why is because, just quite simply, you're able to get those in-game. Some of them you can get very, very easily. For example, the nimble outfit pieces are actually quite easy to get. There's a 1 in 3 chance of getting those from the minigame when you're doing agility. So, you know, this stuff is just really not worth buying, you know, because obviously they're very expensive. They're 250 credits a piece. So, not really worth looking into. Next one's going to be Lumberjack Outfit piece. This is not a terrible thing to spend your credits on if you're missing like maybe 1 piece or something, but if you are not done with the Temple Trek stuff for your completionist cape, then you might as well just go ahead and get it through there. Constructor Outfit is completely pointless to buy in this shop because you will get the entire set by doing Temple Trek also, so please do not buy this. It's a complete waste. The Lumberjack Outfit, you may not get all the pieces when you're completing Temple Trek. If you have not, then you can go ahead and buy them, but I also have a Temple Trekking guide on my YouTube channel that you can check out in order to get these lumberjack pieces quite quickly. Next thing is going to be the golden mining outfit piece. These are not a bad thing to buy just because this will save you a considerable amount of time. Actually going and trying to grind out the golden mining outfit pieces really sucks and the experience rate is terrible. So if you are interested in saving yourself quite a bit of time and also honestly saving yourself quite a bit of experience, it is really not a bad idea to go ahead and buy these outfit pieces here. The next one is going to be the Master Runecrafting outfit piece. I highly recommend you do not buy these. And the reason why is because you can actually buy these pieces from the Runespan store for 4,000 credits each. Once you are a higher level, then doing Runespan is roughly 2,000 credits per hour. So that means it only takes you about 2 hours to get 1 piece of the Runecrafter Runecrafter outfit. So really not worth buying in here. Also, I am going to be having a new video coming out in the near future that's going to show you guys how to get the experience, the Runespan credits very, very quickly. So really not worth buying at all. The only thing that I would say is actually worth buying on here besides maybe the golden mining or lumberjack would be the skill outfit head add-ons, and that is simply because of the fact that the skill outfit head add-ons are only from treasure hunters, so these are a really good thing to buy. So instead of buying this kind of crap right here, definitely I would recommend getting the skill outfit head add-ons. Coming on to the next one, we got special outfits. So special outfits, I highly recommend you do not buy any of the shark, don't buy any of the ethereal, don't buy any of the divination. You know, this stuff is not worth buying just because of the fact that you can actually go get it in game now, so it's really not worth doing. The only ones I would say might be worth your time to buy would be the stuff that's not in game. But unless you were actually trying to go and grind these for a lot of experience right now, they're actually probably better to wait on because all this stuff is probably going to be available in game soon. So like the jungle trapper and stuff like that, you're probably going to be able to get that in game soon. And if you blow thousands of credits on this, because if you see it's 500 credit for each piece, that's only 1 piece. If you're trying to get all the pieces like this, it's really not worth doing. So I would probably recommend just waiting on that. Next thing here is going to be the last page, and this is where is actually a good place to be spending this stuff. So you've got small, medium, and large protein packs, which actually are a pretty good deal. 240 credits are going to get you 300 protein items, and if you're doing stuff like traps or doing the bars, it's actually a pretty good experience, especially if you're saving them for double XP. This is going to be worth right around 300,000 experience, maybe a little bit more if you're doing this on double experience for smithing, so it's really not that bad of an idea to spend it on the large protein packs. Also, the large skill training dummy crate. I guess I was kind of stumbling because that's a weird way they wrote it down. I feel like maybe they should put large skilling dummy crate. I don't know, but whatever. This is actually a pretty good deal because you get 4 skill training dummies. At first glance, it's like, well, I don't know if that's worth it. But if you have 99 Slayer and you're actually trying to work towards 120 Slayer for the completionist cape, then each one of these trained dummies is actually going to give you just over 70,000 experience each if you use them during double experience, which means that you're getting about 280 to 300,000 Slayer experience very quickly by using this box of train dummies. So this is actually a really good idea to buy this. But before you blow all your stuff on that, just wait because I'll show you my favorite pick of this time around here in just a second. So the combat dummy crates, I would heavily avoid those, mainly because combat is stupid fast and it's really not worth buying out of here. Next thing is just like a whole bunch of just cosmetics. So if you are into the idea of getting these cosmetics you don't have already, then it's a good idea to blow your credits on these. Otherwise, just completely avoid them because they're just cosmetics. Next thing in here is going to be Slayer masks. These are actually really useful to buy if you're missing them, especially if you are missing specific ones like the really good ones. Then it's actually a pretty good idea to go ahead and get these. because this is one of the only ways you can get them. The Sun Fury and Gem of Aspiration is just more cosmetic stuff, so that's kind of like, you know, buy it if you feel like it. Okay, so my number one pick of this time around, and I cannot believe they actually put this in here, and I'm actually kind of crazy. I'm just amazed at the fact they put these in here, is the Large Dwarven Toolbox. So at only 50 credits, I just can't believe how cheap it is. At only 50 credits, you're able to get the Large Dwarven Toolbox. I'm going to go ahead and buy one right now because, like I said, that's a crazy good deal. You're going to be able to see what happens when you have one. So let's see, where's my inventory thing? I deleted it so that way that we can see. So if you look at the Create Tool Large Dwarven Toolbox, when you open this up, you're able to make 2 Dwarven tools. So if you don't know what Dwarven tools are, basically, you can make a woodcutting one, mining one, or fishing one, and they will last for 100 charges, and then you can set them so that you get either double experience or double resources while getting none of the opposite selections. So, for example, just to give you an idea of how OP these actually are, and I'm serious, these are ridiculously OP. If you are using the Dwarven Fish Extractor, and you are, if you decide to get 2 of these, that's going to give you 130,000 experience per Dwarven box. So for each 2 tools, you're going to get about 130,000 experience for fishing by buying the Dwarven Fish Extractor and using them on wobbegongs. So just to give you an example, that's so ridiculously overpowered. If you're doing that during double experience weekend, I'm pretty sure they do stack with that. Hopefully they'll make it so they stack with that again. That is a ridiculous amount of experience. That's like 260,000 fishing experience for just buying 1 box. So for only 50 credits, if you're not doing double experience, you get 130,000 fishing. You get just about that same amount in mining. The chain axe, I would probably not buy unless you're actually going out to the wilderness and using brawler gloves. But the ram hammer and the fish extractor are going to be well over 100,000 experience that you gain just by paying 50 credits. So in my opinion, that makes the Large Dwarven Toolbox the best thing to buy by far, especially because fishing is actually one of the slowest skills in the game outside of doing like Fishing Frenzy or something like that. So I do highly recommend you buy those. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you agree with my choices, then and you think it's cool, then awesome. You know, put in that comments below about maybe what your choices were and help other people out. If you guys like this video or want to see more videos like it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.